Hello, everybody. I got some breaking news out of the EU. The Parliament decides not to go forward with the proof of work mining ban, which included Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, any of that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of things up in the air in the past week or two. So good news for you guys in the EU. They did go forward without the language in that bill. We will be taking a look at an article from Blockworks on that, as well as getting into our macro minute hosted by Comdex.one, getting ready to launch their synthetic assets exchange on their own blockchain built by the Cosmos SDK. So they are in the IBC gang. Go check them out at Comdex.one. We're going to be getting into that and really just the overall crypto markets here in just a minute on today's Monday Market Update. So stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV, where we are looking logically at crypto assets. I am your host, The Logical Dude, your favorite van life living, crypto investing digital nomad. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. It is March the 14th, 2022, and today, the vote from the EU crypto bill heads to a vote without the proof of work mining ban. So lawmakers and environmental activists have been pushing for regulation on crypto mining since November of last year. Looks like that there was a typo in that subheading there. Anyway, language that took aim at banning proof of work coins across the continent is notably absent. The bill states that crypto assets shall be subject to minimum environmental sustainability standards. Unstoppable Finance's head of growth tweeted today. So, a finalized version of the major bill in the EU, which ignited controversy over its targeting of crypto industry's proof of work consensus mechanism, is expected to head to a vote on Monday. But like we said, it didn't include the language. So the markets and the crypto assets draft regulation introduced in 2020 seeks to tighten regulation around digital assets by establishing a licensing regime on the continent and streamlining a uniform set of rules for member states. So basically, they're wanting to try to just set standards and rules for environmental usage, energy usage, and that kind of thing is essentially what's going on here. So anyway, that's big news. I'm not going to read through this entire article. I will be linking this in the description, but I wanted to just take note that, hey, this is actually a win. So no matter how you look at it, crypto assets will be eventually regulated. So yes, it does take a lot of energy to mine crypto in the proof of work algorithm, especially Bitcoin at this point in time. So it takes a lot of money, a lot of energy to get all this equipment to be able to run them. So yeah, this is a big industry. You are going to need to adhere to some environmental standards. Basically it keeps the government off of your back, and it'll let you keep supporting the strongest network on the planet. So this is good news for you guys. So I just wanted to open up with that and just say that, we can take some weight off of our shoulders from that. So no crypto banning in the EU today. All right, so let's see how the markets are reacting. Markets are still pretty red, so not really doing a whole lot of reacting off of this news. Bitcoin is it's in the green, kind of just barely over the last 24 hours. Everything else in the CoinLogic portfolio, that is certainly seeing some red today, with an exception of our newest addition, which is Emanate. And so this is a music platform on the EOS blockchain. So I am partnered up with and building basically a platform called Blocktunes, which is on BSC, and we are partnering up with Emanate and using them as like mainstream distribution and streaming and stuff as well. So yeah, we bought in. Going to add it to the CoinLogic index because you actually have to stake their tokens to use the distribution services kind of thing. So it's a really cool little platform. Go check it out. Also check out blocktunes.net. We'll do a whole video on that another day. But today's top 10 gainers of the top 100, we do have Thorchain is up 18%. We've got Zyto Finance, don't even know what that is, 6.5%. Well, we got Zcash is up 3.5%. The Graph is up almost 3%. Maker's up 2.9. OKB's up. Elron, Caitlin, Terra, and Axie Infinity. You can see these are not huge percentage gains. But over here on the loser side, there's a little bit bigger numbers. So we got the top 10 losers of the top 100. We got Humans AI is down 18.7%. Chili's is down 7.5%. Phantom's down 6.5%. Stella's down 4.8%. Juno's down 4.7%. Ecomi's down 4.3%. Avalanche is down 4.25%. Near is down. Waves and Cadena are all down. So not crazy, not crazy numbers in today's pump and dump. So it looks like, we just have some consolidation going on today. So kind of an indecisive Monday, I guess you can say. So the top 10 by market cap, really no movement here. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, USDC Coin, XRP, Terra, Solana, Cardano, and Polkadot. The bottom three, there's a little dance going on with some other platforms like Avalanche and stuff. So, but this is what the top 10 is looking like today. Top 10 by volume, we've got Tether, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Binance Dollar, USDC Coin. We've got Terra Luna, we've got Solana, BNB, and Bitcoin Cash are all the biggest movers of the day. Our fear and greed index, we are still in extreme fear, and that's just because nobody knows what's going on with this whole Ukraine, Russia, Middle East thing. Everybody's still scared of World War III. We've still got, gas prices in the U.S. are going astronomical. It's just a lot of global tension right now. But I can say that this is starting to show the strength of the cryptocurrency markets, and especially the networks like Bitcoin, things like that, and even the privacy coins. The privacy coins have been doing great over the last week or so, and that's because, hey, we are seeing what governments can do to people's money and how they can shut off, even in the crypto world. You saw the Infura, which is basically the main node structure for the Ethereum network, basically cutting out sanctioned countries. So when you have centralization like that, that's the kind of things that can happen. So that's why I'm focusing mainly on taking all of my inflatable assets and putting them into things like Bitcoin, having a safe, sustainable network that way. But I'm still, we're still sponsoring, and helping other networks out because we do believe in the future of crypto and crypto assets. But you've got to be able to hedge your bets, especially in turbulent times like this. Another thing is also maybe taking some assets out of crypto and putting them into other things. I'm buying food right now, so I've been stocking up on like emergency food and stuff like that, and I've got a little storeroom and that kind of thing that I've got stuff stored away in. So, stock up on usable stuff, tools, things like that, because, you can go buy gold and silver, but what is that going to do for you in the case of an emergency and situation? People are going to want things like food and water, tools, bullets, stuff like that. So think wisely about, how you are, investing your money and things like that. So, not financial advice, just dude talking real stuff because I'm out here in the world living it, so I see what's going on outside of, the screens. All right, so down here we've got some featured posts from the Hive blockchain that we've curated. So I'm going to start doing like a curation post, like highlighting all these really awesome articles from our Hive authors. So come and check these out right here. All right, so let's take a look real quick at the macro outlooks. Brought to you by Comdex.one. They are democratizing global finance markets for all, basically bringing synthetic assets like commodities and big indices and that kind of thing to the Cosmos ecosystem via their own blockchain. So definitely go check out what they got going on. Been following the tweets. They got some, they're getting ready for some big launch stuff coming up soon. So go check that out. And you can actually stake them over here on our staking page with our Infinity node. Carbon Zero, we're actually getting ready to kind of do like a little bit of a brand shift. We're getting into the eco-friendly model. We're actually donating to Ecology, which is a really cool program that plants trees, try to offset carbon emissions. So got to go all eco-friendly and help save the planet, All right, so let's take a look here. We're actually looking at the futures section here. I was taking a look at this before I started recording. So we can take a look and see. Got gold, definitely had a huge pump up over the last couple of weeks. And we are seeing a bit of a correction or retracement. but not as hard as like crude oil. Because crude oil had that big shot up, but now it's dropped back down. We're looking at about $109 a barrel at the moment. And natural gas has been kind of more on a little bit of a steady, choppy ride versus that whole straight up parabolic action. Corn is almost starting to go parabolic, but it wasn't like a major shot up like that. But food is getting ridiculously expensive. And so when corn and wheat are doing moves like this, the wheat took a big dip, way bigger than crude oil did. But after today's action, we're starting to see a bit of support, but we could be seeing some more. Hopefully, we'll start to see those prices come back down because, I mean, look how kind of like stable it was at until all these global issues started happening, man. Crazy. And then we can look at the Bitcoin futures as well and kind of see where we're looking at here. You can see we still got this little uptrend that we're supporting here. So even the Bitcoin futures, maybe, they're down a little bit. Still not a bad situation right now. The M2 money stock has leveled out a little bit. You can see it kind of, we hit a top here, came back down, saw a bit of a correction, and so the Fed's balance sheet has leveled out a little bit. That just shows you that the market's maybe kind of settling back down. But who knows? Because if you come over here and you look at your major indices, we've got the S&P 500 is looking like it's still in a downtrend right here, but if you look at it, that is definitely a falling wedge. It's a very clear-cut falling wedge, so we could be seeing a breakout at some point. Look at the NASDAQ, very much the same, but doesn't actually have the same little strengthening uptrend that's not really much. Anyway, it's actually been hitting resistance, but usually see patterns like this eventually breaking out, so like here's a small wedge and then it'll eventually break out to the other side. I forget you guys actually can't see my mouse movement, so sorry if you don't know what I'm pointing at right now. But and then we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is very much looking really similar to the other three U.S. indices. They're basically all the same thing, honestly. And then you've got the Japanese market. The Japanese market has been weak for some time, so not much going on there. It just keeps dropping. The Deutsch market definitely, which is the DAX index, definitely took a huge dip down, but has seen a very large pop in recovery here, as well as the British 100. Very huge dump off, but we are definitely seeing some support bounce here. Is that basically a dead cat bounce? Is it going to come back down? We don't know. It just really all depends on what happens day to day in these global, and not just global markets, just, globally, period. Because, if we're looking down the barrel of World War III, the markets are really the least of our concerns. So that's why I say stock up on food, water, bullets, all that kind of good stuff, things that are actually usable. And more importantly, guys, knowledge, right? Knowledge in how to use tools and how to do things like acquire and grow and identify food in the wild, things like that, because you don't know what's going to happen. If they decide to, nuke half the planet, you're maybe foraging for a while. So increase your knowledge on things outside of just, computer systems and coding and crypto or whatever it is that you're into. You got to expand your knowledge. So that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest investment you can make is actually in yourself. And it's the cheapest investment that you can make for yourself because we all have basically as much knowledge as we want right at our fingertips with our phones, with our computers. We can learn anything we want for free. The information is out there. You just have to be willing to go seek it. That's the key. So that's going to be it for today's Monday Market Update. Again, never financial advice. We're just kind of taking a look at the markets together, showing you what I'm looking at, showing you what I'm doing with my portfolios, and, just trying to see if, we can educate somebody along our journey. So if you have any comments on things that I can do better with these videos or, things that you might want to see, please go into the comments and go and subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And then come check us out on 3speak.tv. Because Web3 is where it's at on the Hive blockchain. It's a blockchain, basically, it's a social network on a blockchain. So come check out Hive. It's a great place to be. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day. Be cool, be real, always abide, and don't get wrecked out there. Be safe. Like I said, increase your knowledge in some other areas as well, because you never know what's going to happen. And our magical internet money may be completely useless at one day. Who knows, But if you're using that magical internet money to be able to acquire, sustainable assets, sustainable knowledge, then you're going to be set for life. So take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Be cool, guys. We'll see you next time.